presentation of our nation's colors, the Lorain High School Battalion, Army Junior Army Cadet Color Guard. The color guard tonight consists of Cadet Sergeant Jesus, Cadet Sergeant Garcia, Cadet Captain Rosario, Cadet Staff Sergeant Muzak, Cadet Staff Sergeant Scott, Cadet Sergeant Husky. Battalion guards are led by Cadet Sergeant Major Ruler. Standing for the National Lorain High School Marching Band, under the direction of its public
Rick, what's up, man?
Time! March! Color guard! Halt! Left! Face! Left! Green, color!
Lorain High School and Elyria High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. While playing may be fierce, all in attendance are reminded this is a game between youngsters and that sporting behavior is expected by all in attendance. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and Greater Cleveland Conference. The officials for tonight's game are Center Judge David Baxendale, Umpire Jeff Brenner, Back Judge Rick Dvorak, Line Judge Brian Croft, Linesman Robert Rank, and Referee John Schuler.
Good memories.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Elyria, Pioneer.
The ball in hand, and they'll kick from south to north. We watched their kicker warm up before the game, and quite honestly, he was very impressive.
Yeah, now that was field goal kicking. I don't know how he's going to kick off, but I got to believe he's going to put it down close to the end zone.
That was off a tee, too. It wasn't a snap and a hold, so there was no timing, but he was consistently getting it there from the 40-yard line, which makes it a 50-yard kick.
Wow.
Titans had 12, now down to the full complement of 11 on the return team. This is Lex Bruner. He's number 42, and he's a junior for Elyria. Right foots it away, spinning, down to Allen at the 10. 30, makes a cut, 40, 50. One man to beat. Torreno Allen to the house, but we got a flag. We've got a flag at about the 40-yard line, and there's a part of me that thinks this might be on the sideline.
Well, that's just a warning. If it's a sideline warning. Yeah, he's moving him back. I can see the signal out there. Now that was a 91-yard return because they cut it at the 9.
Yep. And you're right, Tom, the first one is a warning. So 15 seconds in, T.J. Allen goes 91.
See, now last week against Maple, Allen was back there, but they never kicked the ball back to him. All right, so they didn't. No one scouted and seen how well he can return.
Well, TJ never got touched there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
the closest contact he had was cutting behind a blocker.
Yeah.
And somebody, and I'm sure we'll get to see this again, somebody decleated a Pioneer at about the 25-yard line.
I didn't see any.
Oh.
Yeah, wow.
Jacob Rivera to kick. Good snap, ball down, kick away, and it's true. So before we have an offensive play, 7 for Lorain, nothing for Elyria. Now, when both teams are 0-1, Tom, and you're looking for something to hang your hat on, Lorain has something, and now Elyria's got to be careful. Here's the return again. Took it on about the 9, as you said. Great blocking. Now watch this. At about the there he went flying. You didn't see who it was, but he went flying, and the guy came back and got another block.
What I did see is someone hold off because there's going to be an illegal block, so he put his hands back. Smart blocking plays.
Yep. And, the Titans, the natural excitement of the play, but that's what that blue stripe on the sideline is for, is to protect the official. And it was a couple of years ago at Garfield Heights when the Titans got hit with 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties for officials running into people on the sideline. We don't want that. I talked to Jacob Rivera again, and I forgot to ask him about the hash mark thing.
Well, he's still doing it from that far hash.
Going to line up on the far hash, which to my non-kicker mind is the opposite of what I would think. Now, he's been doing this for a lot longer than you and I, but as a kicker, so he'll put it in play. Rivera line drives it, hits it about the 21 skid, and it's picked up there. That's Levi Springer, number 1. He gets it out to about the 20. Well, we'll wait and see where they spot it. Looks like about the 26.
But that was a gang tackle right there.
Right.
There was 4 people right there.
When you see something like that, that tells me the kicker put it right where the coach wanted him to put it.
Yeah.
Because they were ready for that, on the spot. So the Titans come out defensively. Ezra Williams, Jalen Moore, and Josiah Augusto are the linemen. Linebackers outside, Terreno Allen and Avery Martin. JL Diaz, Jemias Gaines, both with some All-Ohio mention last year, are in the middle.
And that's their strength.
Right.
They have a nice defensive line, and they have a good linebacking core. And I'm hoping the secondary is starting to pick up some skills from last week.
Now they come out 2 to the right, 1 to the left. B.J. Serrano, number 1, is one of the safeties, along with Jaden Kuznar. Number 14, Day Jones and Zion Moore are the corners. Give straight ahead, and that's Big Ezra.
Yeah, I think I read where Elyria only had about 60-some yards rushing last week, but they did throw the ball 28 times. So we're going to have to expect our defense to rush the quarterback and the defensive backs to cover.
Now, one of the things that, you talked about the strength of the defense. 3 All-Ohio kids within 5 yards of the ball. That's what they got back in Gaines and Diaz and Williams. Straight back, got a man as open as Denny's, and when this play ends, they're going to be lining up for an extra point.
Well,
that's Christian Rogers.
Wait till you see what happened. The corner who was covering him, almost a hard-nosed, blitzed. No one, the safety, has to come over and help. Watch the replay. Watch the replay, number 1.
Yep, that's the safety, Serrano, which is why there's nobody there.
Yeah.
He was the safety. And Rogers takes it 75 yards.
You got to work in some different blitzes and understand like that. but everyone has to do their 1/11th of the play. You have to have someone
we don't
to cover
know,
it. Yeah.
You know, no idea what other than the fact that we know it was a blown coverage. So, once again, Bruner will put his instep into the ball down, kick away, and we're going to start over at 7-7, a minute and 7 seconds into the game. Fireworks aplenty at the George.
Wow.
Well, it gives us a minute to talk about tonight's game ball sponsors. Tonight's game ball sponsored by George and Kathy Corey. Hey, get well, big fella. George is down with a little bit of COVID. Tony DeMacchia, counsel at large, and the IAV post number 1. The Lorain High adult boosters appreciate your support. Well, now we've established that both teams can bust it from a long way.
Yeah. Big plays, big plays. I'm almost in favor of when Lorain gets the ball, drive the ball down the field. I like those 14-play drives.
And score points, fellas.
Yeah.
Once again, TJ Allen is the deep man right at the 10-yard line. Serrano on the near side at the 20. I can't get a number over. I think that's Amare Neal, 22. I could be mistaken.
Amari, he's the 9th grade speedster, isn't he?
Yes. No, it's not. It's number 4, Zion Moore.
He's another speedster, so they
Yeah.
do have
some
speed back there in the return core.
Yep.
Now I got to believe this kicker now is probably not going to put it right down the middle of the field.
Well, he's traditional middle.
I'm
I think
wrong.
he's going to put it in the end zone is what he's trying to do.
And he did.
Yep. That's one way to take care of a return game.
Yeah.
Is put the ball where it can't be returned. And that's an automatic touchback in high school football once it crosses the goal line. So the Titans will come out and start at the 20. 1st and 10 for their first offensive play. I'm Tom. I say it all the time. I am a big proponent of kicking away from returners of any kind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let it roll.
Even if you have to start the ball on the 30-yard line, yeah, it's better than that 10 yards doesn't make that much difference.
Right. So David Whitaker is the QB, number 9. TJ Allen is on his left. Serrano, Neal, Moore, and Morales are out wide. Fumble. Whitaker covers it inside the 10, but there's also a flag on the play.
I think that's a ball. He spotted I think he was just spotting the ball.
Oh, okay, that was the beanbag, which is the same color as the flag.
Yeah.
So huge loss on first down, brings up 2nd and 12.
Look at the line that Elyria has out there. Now they're going to be more in a pass rush.
Size-wise?
No.
Oh.
Number-wise. And here comes the linebackers.
Little bubble screen, got a block, got a first down and more. Down the sideline, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, to the house.
Oh, my.
That would be Zion Moore, number 4.
We talked about his speed. And he outran everybody.
That one took 21 seconds, Tom.
We are not a minute and a half into this game yet.
Right. So number 4 for Elyria, Christian Rogers goes 75 yards. And 2 plays later, number 4 from Lorain says, got your back, and goes 91 yards. And all he got was one little block from his wide receiver, buddy.
Yeah. And it wasn't a devastating block, but it was just enough to clear him.
Extra point again from Rivera is good. So you're sitting here listening to 2 math teachers who both are dying to figure out what we're on a pace for. As 21 points in a minute and a half translates to a lot of points in 32 minutes.
I've seen games like this that eventually it turns into a defensive struggle.
Because the quick guys are tired. But it does give me an opportunity to thank the Northeast Ohio Buick GMC dealers, and Joyce Buick GMC for supporting our school this year. Whether you're looking for a new GMC truck or a used Buick SUV, drop in at Joyce Buick GMC and check out their inventory for a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles. Go Titans! So, if you got here late, you missed a bunch. 14-7, a minute and 28 seconds into this game. Now, you know, when you're drawing up a game plan, you're thinking everything's got a chance to work.
Yeah.
But, and it has so far.
Yeah, so far.
Both coaches are aware that everything's not going to work all night. So eventually we're going to settle in to a little bit of back and forth. Jacob Rivera almost on 24th Street. Now he comes back in, set up on the left hash. Onside kick attempt, bounces high over the first line. Ball on the ground. I have no idea.
It's still skirmish out there.
Let's see.
I think they gave it to White.
Elyria did get it. That looked like it might have been 81. Alante Lund, a sophomore wide receiver. But it bounced over the first line, and he was alert enough. So it starts on the 38.
And like they're pulling out all the stops in this game.
Well, you know, it's funny because I watched them work on that a couple weeks ago. I think that was Tyree Morales who kicked that off, not Jacob. You know, they crossed.
Oh, yes.
Rivera kicks the onside kick to the left, Morales to the right. Bubble screen out here. That is 84, Tiger McCullum. He's ahead for about 4. Across the 40 to the 42.
We're using that spread for a short passing game, which is.
It was funny because I looked for the bubble this way when the motion man came this way. And part of this right now, you're trying to see how people react to what you're doing. So we may see that again. Pride drops back into the gun. Motion, whistle. That's a flag. That's probably got to be on the offense.
Was it time?
No, it came from the side.
Okay. No, it must
on the rain. Somebody jumped.
Was someone lined up in the neutral zone, possibly?
Well, it was awful late for that. But that's a 3-5, and it's all of a sudden 2nd and 1.
Now we'll see if that defensive line, because you know they're going to probably run that A gap with the one back they have.
2nd and 1 in this game. I mean, it's like a tennis match when it's 40 love. You might as well try for a big one here, no? Let's see what Elyria thinks. Motion puts 3 to the near side. He looks out this way, throws it. Got a man for a loss. Big hit. That was a Day Jones, number 11, the junior. Brought the lumber, all 5'8" and a buck and a half. They're going to give him no gain.
I think they should have gave him a few yard loss.
I thought he was bad. I thought he lost a yard.
Yeah.
But now it's 3rd and 1. Kind of that little bit of a short and sweet huddle here. They're not calling them at the line, but they're not calling them from a huddle.
He's just talking to the linemen. I guess the wideouts have what they're going to do.
Anderson is the back next to Pride. Pride's going to keep it. Pride's going to have a first down across the 50 and down to about the 48 of Lorain. That was just follow me.
Yeah. Nice.
We saw that last week with Maple Heights and their running quarterback, who has got some Division I offers as an athlete from what I've been hearing. And he ran for a lot of yards just getting outside.
Yes, he did.
This was more of a it was an old tailback lead, but the quarterback ran it instead of the tailback. tailback turned into the fullback lead. Bubble again, up, hit behind the line, but getting away. That's Springer.
Ball. Are they going to calm down? I don't know. No, they're not.
I didn't see who came up with it, but it's Titan ball.
Now, he broke the first tackle, but then all of a sudden 3 or 4 Lorain were over there.
Here, we'll take a look at it. They have rallied to the ball. That was Serrano. Just out of the screen and jumping up. That was Serrano that had the hit.
16.
He knocked it loose, number 1. I believe
It
he
was a
had to hit.
16
J.L.
with the ball.
Diaz got the ball.
Yep.
So Titans in great shape. Up a service break at 14-7. We've played 4.5 minutes. They're first and 10 across the 50 at the 49.
This slot over here is not covered for the short one.
Whitaker hands it off. Not much there. Now
But
breaking a tackle outside, and there's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
Even as the play's going on, the wide receiver Tyree Morales is saying, "What did I do?"
Yeah.
It's about a yard down the field, which is where it'll be marked off. Morales' block let him get outside. Here it is. You'll see he's nothing there, and he bounces it. Now Morales is trying to make a play, and he got the back.
Yeah,
he got the back. So this might be 15 from the spot.
Well, as someone who's always looking for the secondary, I looked at that slot on this side here. He was not covered at all.
He was uncovered.
Now,
so it'll be first and about 19.
They got to get him that little short pass. Can they do it?
Let's see. See, I see what you're looking at is that safety is 12 yards behind the slot man. And that's what they took advantage of on that little bubble the first time. Now there's a whistle from the Elyria, the side judge on the Elyria side, and I think they're sending a Titan off.
22. That's
Okay, now Serrano comes in. I'm not sure that this might not have been something about uniform.
Equipment of some sort.
He had his. He's playing with his pants. He had them pulled up above his knees, like you see in the NFL. Whitaker flips it out behind, and after almost catching it, close to being picked off. That was intended for number 2, Brad Adamini. Had a nice visit this afternoon before the game, Tom, with the grandfather of last week's little breakout running back, Javion Harrison. We were talking about Anthony Harrison, wondering, and that is his son.
Oh, really?
Anthony
really?
had the Titan rushing records back from 09 and 10. Motion for the Titans, high snap, straight ahead give, and busting it outside, pulled down high. That's Allen, but not before he gets across the 45 to about the 44.
Well,
so it's 3rd and 5. They've gotten 15 of it back on that. Titans with a double tight end look, which is not something you expect to see from Coach Boyes. Now the wide receivers flip-flop. Morales goes outside. Whitaker throws it. Nobody looking. Now we know somebody made a mistake.
Yeah, I think because I can see.
Morales they were both running straight down the field.
And one of them was supposed to catch that little seam
Zion
at
Moore,
about 6 or 7 yards.
Zion Moore was down near the 20, and Morales was down at about the 30, and the pass was thrown to the 35. 4th and 5, Titans going to go. Free money after the fumble. Back to the 3 receivers to the far side, single one near side. Straight ahead, Allen bounces it. Allen gets it outside. He's going to have a first down and more. TJ inside the 30. Move the sticks for the Titans.
You know, the line is doing their job, and that is one of the strengths. There's a lot of returners on that offensive line. Watch the blocking here. See, they bounce that whole line down.
And I think that one of the philosophies of Coach Boyes' offense is take them where they want to go.
Yeah, and let the back find the hole.
Yep. Jet sweep this time. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That was Serrano. Wasn't it? No, I guess.
No, I don't think.
Nope, 4, not 1. So that was Zion Moore. Loss of 3, going to bring up 2nd and 13. Well, we had 2nd and 19 a couple plays ago. Get some substitutions, fresh legs into the game. We're down to 5:10 in the first quarter, and the clock is running. Titans taking all kinds of time here, but they're close to the sidelines. Coach Boyes signals it in. And that's one of the things you can do with this when you're signaling plays. If the linemen don't have specific assignments, they got that dude.
Yeah. Whoa.
Now somebody's going to get a flag.
They all took the correct gaps.
Yep.
But you got to take the gaps after the snap.
So free money for the Titans.
Yeah. That picked up the loss they had on the jet sweep.
You know, Tom, it's a little bit like I still remember Harvey Herman talking about Woody Hayes, how to block the off tackle play. We'll get into it here in a minute.
Whistles all over the place.
And this isn't another equipment violation. Whatever's happened out there has happened twice. Now it's time to learn. And once again, that's Amari Neal. And I can't tell if it's his pants are tucked up and he doesn't have his knees covered. That's all I can figure out. It's very Jeremiah Smith. Blitz coming. 2nd and 8. See if they can get one out to a wide receiver there.
They're coming. That outside blitz is coming from this
Whoops.
side.
Whoa! Allen takes the snap. Not how you drew it up, but he got 4.
Yeah, that's about the third bad snap. It's a little bit high.
The first, including the first one of the game, which went back inside. You know, we lost.
Yeah.
11.
Well. They're sending Gaines in as a tight end.
Yep.
They thinking about a sweep that way?
Well, 3rd and 5. Whistle. That's delay a game. They've been flirting.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 becomes 3rd and about 10.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just new to the game of football, watch that man behind the defense. He'll put his hand up in the air when there's 5 seconds left to warn the quarterback. And then he'll count it down and the flag will come up. Whitaker, flag
Another
again.
flag.
Pass complete. That's B.J. Serrano inside the 20. He's going to have a first down if it counts. Another flag. Now this one is, the second one is attitude.
It had to be something unsportsmanlike, right? You had to call that late.
Now the Titans, part of this is an adjustment the Titans have to make. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. That's a sideline violation is my guess. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh, nope. They're going to.
them. Offsetting?
Okay, so we had a duet.
Mm-hmm.
2 guys singing.
Yeah.
So they're dead ball. They're after it, so the play counts. So now do the Titans have a first down on the 18, or are they a little bit short?
I think obviously one was on the sideline, but one had to be on the player, the Elyria player.
First down, Lorain.
Huh.
Serrano fights his way
Yeah.
past the sticks. So the Titans are 1st and 10 at the 18 now. Now what are we doing?
The stick man is not moving.
The back end guy is being stubborn. He had to blow the whistle to get his attention. And you know what? I've done that job, and you're over there in the middle of that opposing team. It's horrible. Give straight ahead. Allen breaks a tackle into the clear.
All the
to
way.
the house!
All the way. Wow. Yeah. That's Allen's second. He's a little shorter. Nice blocking. You got to watch the blocking here.
Yep, and he did a nice job being patient. And once again, nobody touches him till he gets to the goal line. That kick from Rivera is up, and it is true. And it's 21-7.
Wow.
$3:28 to go first quarter. You like offense? We got offense.
While we're waiting for the teams to line up, let me talk about the Cleveland Clinic here. The Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine is conveniently located throughout Northeast Ohio. To find care for your athlete, visit clevelandclinic.org/sportscare. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical provider for the Lorain High School and the Titans. An injury can happen to your athlete during practice or a game. Self-schedule an appointment with a sports medicine specialist online at visit clevelandclinic.org/athletic care.
You know, Tom, Friday Night Fever runs a helicopter across Northeast Ohio.
Yes.
Trying to get touchdown plays. Well, we've got a drone.
Now, did you know that the helicopter was here last week
Yes.
for the Maple? I didn't see the helicopter.
Never landed.
But I seen the TV.
Yep.
I watched it, and I seen it was Allen's first touchdown they had there.
Well, Jacob Rivera earning his keep tonight. Once again from the left hash to put it in play.
Who's running the drone?
I have no idea. Spinning down to about the 16-yard line, straight ahead, off a tackle. Now he's broken free. This is Ja'Cory Bradley pulled down from behind, but he's across the 30 and in great field position for the Pioneers, who find himself down 2 scores.
A game of big plays.
And Tom, as well as the Titans covered the first one, which ended up being a return left, they didn't cover the return straight.
Well, there were some broken tackles out there.
Yes, that's what I mean. They didn't.
Yeah.
And so Elyria's in business at the Lorain 27.
They talked about one of their linemen as good speed, and he's the biggest kid out there I can see on the left tackle.
Yep. Whistle. Another Titan getting sent off for equipment.
And it's the same official who spots whatever he's spotting.
Yep.
I think he is, because I seen him pulling his pants down.
I think it's uncovering your knees. Those pants are protective. They're not decorative. Snap back, give straight ahead. That's Bradley.
Wow.
He lost his head.
Wow.
Not much there. Gain of 1 makes it 2nd and about 9. Now, of course, your helmet comes off unless it's via penalty. You got to sit one out. So that takes out one of their starting tackles, Xavier Scott. Twins to the near side. Christian Rogers, number 4, who had the big reception, and 18, Dolan Melendez.
Well, their
For
slot,
Antonio Pride. Straight back, wants to throw, now rolling, in trouble, throws it to Dad. But they had a man downfield.
Yeah. But that wasn't his intent. His intent was throwing it to the sideline, out of bounds.
And what happened there, to explain, the offensive lineman, I don't know whether he heard fire or whatever the call is, but when the quarterback gets outside, they thinking of Pride as a runner. And he was the closest. Nope, now they're going to wave it off. Okay, so he must have been within the 3-yard limit, but it was close. 3rd down and 9. 2:22 in the first quarter. The clock is stopped. Tom, I got someplace I got to be at noon tomorrow.
That sounds like a Texas-Ohio State game to me.
Yes, sir. Straight back Pride. Now he's going to roll, running for his life away from the Titans, and he throws it out of bounds. That was not a catchable ball, not that that matters. Flag is going to be roughing the passer, I'm afraid. Way back here at the 43. So the Titans get a hold pending the penalty. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. You just can't do that. You know, you let down your teammates when you make a play, and got them stopped for a field goal attempt, and now they get to go 1st and 10 inside the 15, because that goes all the way down to the 13-yard line. Wow, footnote that one with 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Titans seemingly had a stop, which from what we saw during warm-ups might have led to a field goal attempt. But now, it's 1st and 10 at the 13. And one of the things I started to say earlier, Titans are in a new league. New league means new officials. New officials means it's up to you to adjust to them. Yeah. And that's what this equipment issue is, number one. It's just use your head. And different crews call things differently. That's what makes the playoffs so difficult, when you see somebody – a strange crew, or maybe a crew from out of the district. Motion for Elyria. Pride swings it out. That's Bradley. Bradley down near the 5.
See, that was the motion, man. But someone's down on the field.
That was Gaines on the tackle. I think that's TJ.
Diaz.
Nope. I see Allen. It looks like a single-digit number. No, it's.
We'll see here, maybe.
I think it might be Kuznar, 14. And I think he took a foot to the helmet. Can we see that again? Do we have that replay still? Well, maybe we don't. So, Tom, you and I were both peripheral, you more than me, involved in the 100th meeting between Lorain and Elyria. Here it is. Here's the replay. He's down, and there was the knee to the helmet.
Yeah, 14.
Of number 14, Jane Kuznar, and he is still down.
You talk about the 100th game?
In 1995, that is 30 years ago, it was the 100th meeting between Lorain and Elyria. At the time, there were very few 100 rivalry games in the state of Ohio. And it was also the last game in the history of the Lorain High Steelmen. And Lorain High came out on top of that. It was at Ely Stadium.
It was.
And it was also the 500th win in the history of Lorain High School, the Steelmen. The Steelmen went away for 15 years. And then in 2010, Lorain High School, the Titans, came on board. And for most of that time, these two teams have managed to get in a game every year, even though they've gone from Buckeye Conference foes to Erie Shore Conference foes to Lake Erie League Conference foes to Elyria in the Southwest Conference and Lorain in the Greater Cleveland Conference, which is why we see this week 2.
But they are a natural rivalry. The two biggest
absolutely.
schools in Lorain County, you almost have to play. It's only right.
So 2nd and 3 at the 5. Kuznar came off under his own power. Quick out. One hopped him. That was intended for Rogers. Clock stops with 1:57 to go. Now 3rd down and 3. I got to believe this is 4-down territory no matter how good your kicker is.
Just because it's 3 touchdowns to 1.
Right. They're on the 6. They've got to get inside the 3 for a 1st down.
We have that right slot. I like the people maybe hard-nosed down here a little bit more.
Straight back, throws it across the middle all alone. That was Rogers again, this time from the outside position to inside. And he catches an easy, he was as open this time as he was the first time.
Yeah.
The safety let him go. The corner was playing zone and the safety was playing man.
That's one of the phases of the defense that they have to really work on,
Right.
especially when they get into the league, because there's a lot of passing teams in that league.
Okay. Lex Bruner, number 42, got it down, puts it up,
And in.
and through. So the 5th touchdown of the 1st quarter has been scored, and it's 21-14 Lorain. They're up a service break, Thomas. They'll get the ball back here. Boy, this is what you think about as a perfect fall night for football.
It is. It is.
A little bit brisk.
Which hopefully is going to help the cramp situation.
Right. You see you see a lot of people in the stands with jackets and hoodies on. And you think it's August 29th. But the perfect night for high school football. A little bit overcast where the sun, as it sets, isn't in anybody's eye. No shadows. And nice cool temperatures. So, Elyria will kick one more time. Allen goes deep. He'll be at the 10. Moore, number 4, and Serrano, number 1, are at the 20.
So I know it's hard to make a judgment, but sometimes you should have 2 backs back there to return because he can kick it.
Now, Titans drop another deep and take out a lineman.
Okay. This boy can kick it to the...
He put it in the end zone last time. Gets it away. He's trying again. It's the same kind of kick. It's an angled kick. Spins back at the 10, picked up by Allen. Up the sideline. TJ Allen makes a cut. TJ makes another cut across the 50 and down at the 48.
Wow. 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 I thought he was going to tiptoe that sideline the whole way for 95
honestly,
yards.
I couldn't tell he was in bounds. That's how close he was to the sideline. And he's still down as tried to pull loose from an ankle tackle, and I'm sure he got a little bit of twist. Now, the issue right away is this pulled him down from, that's a cramp. The leg's up, that's a cramp.
Wow. And he was the one who was cramping last week. I mean, how many yards has he ran so far?
Oh, well, he's got a 91-yarder. He just ran, that was a
50-yarder. And then his touchdowns. Yeah.
So he's done some sprinting, and the teams will huddle up as Tracy Menges tries to stretch TJ Allen out. And I would think that we're going to see Javion Harrison for the first time tonight at running back. Last week the backup running back was J.L. Diaz. Harrison came in the second half and ran for 111 yards. And what that does is it's not saying we don't want JL to. It's saying JL's too important for us defensively to wear him out carrying the ball.
Well, I said you got to run the tailbacks by committee. I mean, you use all three of them and keep them fresh legs.
So here's in the what do you know department. JL Diaz is in the backfield to the right of Whitaker. So he'll get the first go as the backup while Allen tries to walk off the cramp. Whitaker, straight back, lofts it long, got a man. That was the freshman, Neal.
They were hand fighting a little bit.
And he got too involved with the defender and
just
slowed up.
Yeah.
He's got to run through the contact there.
Yeah, there was contact. It was just hand contact.
It was no foul.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Is that Allen back in? Trips to the near side, the short side. Whitaker, bubble screen, gets it out here to number 2. That is Adamini. He gets about 4 down inside the 45 to the 44. 3rd and they've got to get the 38, so 3rd and 6 with 1:19 and the clock ticking. Now, neither team showed any interest in punting. Serrano back in, came out and back in at wide receiver. Now, they've got a wishbone look for the first time this year. Confusion, I'd be stunned.
Yeah.
I thought they'd call timeout. Motion, straight ahead give, bounced outside. Diaz, that's not the speed guy. JL Diaz close to the sticks. This is all right foot, left foot, as John Madden used to say.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that they're swinging their hands over their heads. That usually means move them. First down, Lorain.
See, that gives you the option to run a lot of different things when you put the 2 back, and now they're going back to spread. And who stayed in? Diaz.
Here comes the jet sweep on the near side. Making a nice cut there is Moore. Moore gets down inside the 30, but there's a flag going to be on a block. And one of the problems on these plays that get stretched out is clutching and grabbing when you're not trying to get angles.
Yeah.
You try to force angles, and you do that with your hands.
Yeah, what happens is the pursuit from the defensive line gets away from you, so you try to grab him and hold him, and that won't work.
Back to the 48-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 20. Now, I like that they're doing some different things in the running game because you mentioned you don't have Whitaker as a back to carry the ball, so we got to find some other ways. That pass knocked down at the line. Elijah Hope got the hand up in the air. That was going to be a little 3-step pattern to Adamini, number 2, but knocked down at the line.
Yep. No chance to get out there. I don't know if he was open or not.
He'd have had 5 or 6 yards for sure, because they have given cushion to that inside receiver all night. 12 seconds left. This could be the last play of the quarter. Whitaker calls for it, pulls it down. He's going to keep it and get maybe a yard, but it's going to get us to the quarter. So it's going to be 3rd and 19 when we return. But we've played 1 at the George, and what a 1 it was. 5 touchdowns, 21 for Lorain, 14 for Elyria. Back with more after this timeout.
I graduated in 2021. When I got to high school and there was a theater program, and I got to pick my classes in 8th grade, I saw theater, and that was one of the very first classes I signed up for. The memories I have from theater, she would open my mind and open my eyes to seeing from a different perspective, which I think was so awesome. The cast parties and the friends that I made, it's memories I'll keep for the rest of my life.
Hi guys, my name is
When bettering lives is what you live for, you treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger and create new ways to move past injuries. See how we're advancing orthopedic care at Cleveland Clinic today.
That might be as good as the problem.
So, Elyria takes over at the 20. You know, interesting, I found out tonight, Tom, JV football no longer punts and kicks off.
For sure.
Yep.
I know freshmen usually didn't, but I would think that...
If both coaches agree, it's just a 35-yard play.
Okay.
Give straight ahead, not much there. Ball on the ground.
No, I think
Boy, he pulled it back in, but it was out there for a minute with Kyrie Anderson. I think he was trying to switch hands to push off of a tackler and dropped it.
You know what we haven't seen that we seen last week is Diaz taking that A or B gap blitz coming in clean.
We haven't played a lot of defense either team.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 10. Each team with a turnover now. Straight back, Pride being chased. You got a man out here fighting, knocked down. That was about as well as you could play it, BJ Serrano.
It was.
They were fighting.
He actually knocked it down.
And the receiver had his back to the ball, Rogers, and Serrano saw it the whole way and just swatted it down. You'll see right now. And it was Serrano that tracked that ball in the air. And it's 3rd and 10. Titans need a stop here. Antonio Pride, 5'10" junior. Calls it out. He's got Kyrie Anderson next to him, but he's going to roll. Pride rolls. Pride on the run. Throws. Got a man. And that one is caught.
No, I think...
Did it drop?
I think the Titan had just as much ball as the Elyria did. Now they're fighting over.
Pass interference on Lorain's going to make it moot.
That'll be 15 if it's an interference.
So, we'll see if they spot it there. He caught it. Do we have a play? Do we have a replay, guys?
That's where they're spotting it.
So it was a catch, as they're going to spot it at the 49. We got conversations all over the place. They might be talking about what they want on their pizza at halftime. This poor official over here has nobody to talk to, so he's going to jog in. Now that's a beanbag, I think, on the 49-yard line, Tom, right above the O on the far side.
And he's picking it up now?
Yeah.
So he was just spotting where the catch was made.
Let's see what happens here. Now they're going to bring it back.
And they're kind of spotting where the penalty would have been.
That's 15. It puts it on the 35. So no catch, pass interference. First down either way, but about 15 yards of difference in terms of real estate. 10:51 in the second. And Elyria will have a 1st and 10 at the Lorain at their own 35-yard line. Motion coming near side. Bubble screen far side. Pulls it down, makes a first guy miss, but gets across to about the 37, where he's met by a handful of Titans.
I see what they're trying to do. They're giving up that 3 and 4 yards to make the tackle. So
gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
That's their strategy. You know, I've never seen this where the receivers go out where the huddle is only with the linemen and the running backs.
Maple Heights did this a little bit last week, but they had just 2 wide receivers, and they never went near anybody else. Couple step drop. Here comes Ezra up the middle. Ezra trying to get free. Now Pride bounces it outside and gets across the 40 and out of bounds at about the 42.
You have to contain him. He's a runner. You got to contain him.
Whoever, we're going to give him the 41. Ezra Williams got free that time up the middle, and whoever was across from him did a real good job containing him without holding him once he got free, because Ezra turned around to get back into play. And no can do.
I got to believe that might be that center, Osborne, they talked about as a very experienced lineman.
Well, Ezra's playing on the end this side. So, 3rd and about 4.
But once you start scrambling, you got to contain.
Drops the snap and misses the contain. He's going to have a 1st down out near the 50.
Wow. Making something out of nothing.
And this whistle out to the 50, 1st down. That's play to the whistle, fellas, because I think there was the second line of defense let up. 1st and 10 at the 50. Gain of 9 on a busted play. Jet sweep coming near side. That's Bradley. Bradley's got a 1st down and more, run out of bounds. And then he tosses one of the Titan defenders over the bench. But it's inside the 35. Now the Titans have had it stopped a couple times here and just not finished it off.
Yeah.
And now Elyria is starting to rumble.
You see what he did? He took that jet sweep and he went inside.
Right.
Where the Lorain's jet sweep, he always tries to make it outside, and
right.
pursuit catches up with him. He got a nice little block and went inside the end.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 34 of the Titans. Elyria looking to tie it up. .9:22 to go in the half. We've played 2.5 minutes of this quarter without a point, Tom. We never did that in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Now there's a whistle, and timeout's going to be taken by the
Elyria.
offense, Pioneers. And that does give me a chance to once again thank our game ball sponsors. For tonight's game, it's George and Kathy Corey, parents of the athletic director, and real big Lorain Titans supporters. Tony DeMacchia, councilman at large in Lorain, and the Italian-American veterans, post number 1. Thank you for supporting the Titans. Those donations go to support all athletics. Tom, I don't know if you had a chance to see any of it, but, you know, our neighbors to the east, Avon, traveled to Orlando, Florida, and played a game last night that I watched on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't watch the game.
And it was quite a game. Avon had a 22-19 lead. The Florida team scored with about a minute and a half to go up 3. And Avon was able to drive down, and actually had a shot at a 50-yard field goal to put it in overtime on the last play of the game. More on it in a minute. There's an option. Give to Bradley. Bradley's got nice gain outside. It's going to give him about 8, it looks like. Down inside the 30 to the 27.
I read about the game, and Coach Elder said one of the things that I guess they must signal their plays in verbally, and they were down close to the band. Where in Ohio football, the band's not allowed to play while they're playing football, only during a timeout.
Well, here's something else that I saw in the second to last play of the game. Inside 10 seconds, Avon's got to stop the clock to get the kicker out. And they spiked the ball out of the shotgun, which is illegal in Ohio, not legal in Florida.
Okay.
That's Pride. Pride bounces it outside. Going to have a first down inside the 25. Titans jumping up and down, and they got the ball. The Rock come out. And coming away with it is number 2, Brad Adamini.
I didn't see what happened. I thought he was stopped here, but he broke that tackle.
Bounced it outside.
Oh.
The linebacker looked like he pulled it loose.
Oh, I thought there was a flag, but again, that's the bean bag. You see that orange? Yeah.
You got 7 colors in the spectrum, and the flag and the bean bag are the same color. OHSAA, hey, make a change. Pick anything but green or yellow.
Yeah.
So Titans bend but don't break, and get a stop with 8:25 to go in the half. Take over at their own 25-yard line. Now there's a whistle and a timeout, Lorain. And I think this is just quick change personnel issues. I don't think they have 11. And this is the kind of thing that happens not only on a quick change, but when you've got guys going both ways.
Yeah.
You know, I might not used to being in on defense, and if I'm in on defense, do I stay out on offense or?
Yeah, that's logistics.
So this is logistics 101 right here, as you got guys coming in and out of the huddle, and Coach Boyes' first task will be to count to 11.
Yeah.
If you get to 10, you don't have enough, and if you get to 12, you got too many.
Now you have to figure out who's the extra.
So they'll talk it over. That was quite an opportunistic play there by the Titan defense. And I'm not sure if that was Diaz that pulled it loose or Kuznar, but it looked like a 1 and another digit.
I thought it was Martin.
Was it Martin? 17?
Yeah,
okay, it was a 1 and a digit.
Yeah.
Now Martin's 17. So.
Oh, yeah. I thought I said Martin when I seen
You know what, Martin? Walter Martin is 18. Okay. Avery Martin is 17. High snap again, brought down, handed off to Allen. There, that's not Allen. That's Harrison. He had nowhere to go, and he's going to lose 3. Kind of had that 2-point landing on his head and shoulder. Harrison was a very pleasant change of pace last week. On 15 carries, got 111 yards against the Mustangs of Maple Heights. Whitaker got a man, bounces it outside, out to across the 30 to almost the 31. Going to make third and manageable. Well, they're going to spot him right at the 30, so it's going to be third and a long 3. Quickly at the line, Titans ready to go now. Elyria was short a man until the 11th man just ran in to cover the wide receiver on the far side. Whitaker, first down and more. 6 is Tyree Morales, and he's out across the 40. That'll move the sticks with 7:14 to go in the half. So completions back to back.
And does that mean Whitaker's starting to get his passing arm
Well,
and passing eye?
What was nice there was he cleared a tall linebacker.
Because he does have an arm that can go
Now
all the way down the field.
What they've got to do is get him to look off that and find a second read. Straight ahead give. That's
held up by his shirt.
Yep. Larry Laundrie on the tackle. That's Harrison popped up after about a 3-yard gain. So gets back what he lost on the previous first down play, and it's 2nd and 7. Titans go to a little bit of tempo here.
They put Allen back in, I see.
Yep. Twins to each side. Allen on the right of Whitaker. Lamar Miller over the ball, 67. Gives straight ahead. Allen bounces it. Gets a block from his quarterback. Gets out to about the 49, according to the official on this side. One of the Pioneers wanting a chop block. And going to make it more the 40. They went with the official on the far side, so it's on the 48. 3rd down and 3. High snap. Whitaker throws. That was tipped at the line.
Yeah.
Intended out there for Neal, I believe, number 22.
I think
it's 4th down.
Yeah, maybe Whitaker's probably every one of his passes is a line drive. There's no arch to it.
And you know, the other thing is that it's not helping that he's having to reach for a lot of snaps. That one he pulled down again.
No, that's horrible when you have to do that.
So it's 4th and 3. Titans obviously lined up. Now, is it going to be a snap? Allen is their punter. And Whitaker is the personal protector for the punter. Straight ahead give. Terreno Allen across. Got the first down and more inside the 45 to the 45. There was the perfect example of zone blocking right there. You know, get that man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get that man who's across from you and just move him and let our running back make a play. Because that was supposed to go right. He bounced it back left and got good yards across the 50 and moved the sticks.
I think that's one of Allen's abilities to,
very patient runner.
Exactly. Just slides along the line and finds an opening.
Whitaker has him. Oh, woo! Boy, so many ways that could have been bad.
Yeah. Woo.
Okay, he had a defensive back run through Day Brooks or Jones. There was the bubble, run through, tipped, and then you had a man coming in behind it who couldn't get there. But fortunately, we hit the turf, and it's 2nd and 10.
No, he's trying. Yeah,
he's used the cadence well. Now, Elyria has adjusted to it, but not only has he got him a couple times, but he's allowed Coach Boyes to see the plan. Straight ahead, Allen breaks a tackle inside the 30 down to about the 29. That'll move the sticks.
I credit the line on that.
Let's talk about them, Tom. It's Lamar Miller, 67 over the ball. 54, Jalen Moore, 77, Bryce Lowe are the guards. And the tackles, Deontay Edwards, 56, and Amari Malone, 55, and they have been stellar.
That last play, they blitzed both linebackers, and they both got picked up and allowed Allen to pick up.
Again, make a play.
Yep.
Make a play. Same look, this time hitting the backfield, spun off. Going to make something out of nothing. Going to get about 2, I would imagine. Maybe not even. As they mark him dead at the 28. 2nd and 9. .415 to go in this one, Tom. And this started out as a wild one. We haven't had it's 35 points on the board. We haven't had a score in the second quarter.
Not yet.
I'd like to see that change right about here as the gray-clad Titans going toward Lake Erie end of the field. Again, Allen. No, that's Whitaker's got it behind him. Now, Whitaker gets down to the 26, it looks like. That's not the biggest play in the world, but it's something to think about.
He's not a fancy dancer, but that's the thing you have to do with you only
the
have one
problem
running
there
back.
was that there was no space between the two of them when he pulled it out.
See?
That's a bad snap. He pulls it down on a hop, falls down at the 40.
Someone has to go to the center, and you say, hey, keep it down, because that's way too many way over his heads.
A lot of times, you know, when there's somebody lined up over you, you look different. Now, we have a Pioneer down on the ground, and that's 71, Torrance Vaughn. They're going to come out and look at him. And we'll take timeout, and we'll be back after this timeout with more from the George.
When bettering lives is what you live for, you treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger and create new ways to move past injuries. See how we're advancing orthopedic care at Cleveland Clinic today.
I graduated in 2021 when I got to high school, and there was a theater program. And I got to pick my classes in 8th grade. I saw theater, and that was one of the very first classes I signed up for. The memories I have from theater should open my mind and open my eyes to seeing from a different perspective, which I think was so awesome. The cast parties and the friends that I made, it's memories I'll keep for the rest of my life.
Hi guys, my name is Faisar Olatoye. I graduated from Lorain High School. I'm currently at Howard University in Washington, D.C., studying international business. What do I want to do with myself that is inclusive to helping others? I knew that I wanted to give back to my community, so then I chose international business because I know that I want to get into helping people on a global scale.
Titans in punt formation as it's fourth and about 20. Vaughn went off under his own power. There's a lazy snap, and the kick is away. It's a nice high kick, fair catch called for at the 10-yard line by Rogers. And, well, not the result they want. They did turn the field over, did the Titans, and Elyria will start. 3:15 to go, 2 timeouts left. And they are 90 yards away from having a chance to tie this one up.
You know, if you watch the punt, only one rushed the punt. Everyone else went back for protection. You know, it's something to think about the next time you're in punt formation.
You're 4th and 20, so yeah. I'm thinking that they're 98% certain we're going to kick it, and that was the reason for that. But that was a great high kick. Got 40 yards out of it.
What you got to do is not allow Elyria the big play.
Right. Well, looking to make one for your own. Twins to each side for Pride. Wants to throw, being chased on the run, gets it out here, knocked away by B.J. Serrano, intended for R.J. Williams. So in the battle of initials, Serrano comes out on top. I've been really impressed a couple times with him tonight and his vision on the football.
Exactly. He's been their best cover man for sure.
Right.
Did he play last year and had a lot of interceptions? Didn't he have?
I don't remember, but he was.
I thought he did. Somebody from Lorain had. They kind of led the county.
Well, they had a senior that had I can't remember
maybe it was
his
somebody
names
else
now.
Maybe.
But the same young man that got the one at the end of the Maple Heights game. So 2nd and 10 at the 10.
Here comes
Titans
the blitz.
show blitz for the first time. One step drop, knocked up in the air, dropped. Oh.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh.
That's okay.
J.L. Diaz had visions of the end zone in his head. Now it's 3rd and 10.
That's that old tip drill you work on.
And he played it exactly right. There was just some contact, and it got knocked out of his hand.
No interference on contact on a tip ball.
Now there's a flag, and it's going to come against Lorain, and it's a big one. So this is 15.
What was the call on that? Huh? Did he rough somebody?
I haven't seen a signal yet. It's either got to be a personal foul of some sort.
We're roughing the passer. We didn't see that.
So 1st and 10 at the 25. That's a huge, huge penalty. Otherwise, it's 3rd and 10 at the 10. Pride wants to come this way, now looks off the other way, got a man incomplete, intended for Rogers. Nice tight coverage out there. That was 11. Day Jones. And 17, Avery Martin, the linebacker. Clock stopped at 2:56. 2nd and 10. You know, between the scores and the penalties and now the incompletions, this half has taken forever. I'm going to look at scores at halftime, and everybody else is going to be in the 3rd quarter. Here's motion. Going to follow behind the motion and kind of what passes for a little bit of a counter as he ran behind motion. That was Diaz in the middle there on the play. Gain of about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and call it 9.
Knock on wood, but they haven't gained much up the middle against this defense. The only thing they've done is break contain and get out wide.
Well, several times tonight the Titans have had Elyria in this situation and let them up off the mat. They've got to make a play and get off the field here. 2:19 to go. There's still time to do something offensively if you make them punt here. Pride has a man across the middle, flips it to him now, and knocked out of bounds about a yard short of the 1st down.
So that brings 4th down.
Let's call it 2 yards short of the 1st down. 4th and 2. This is decision time, because you would think I'm going to go for it for certain, except that you've got profit and loss here.
Well, I don't see.
They're going to go.
Because I'm sure Mr. Bruner is their punter, the place kicker they had.
No, it's just going to be very interesting to see whether they run or throw. I would put it in Pride's hands and let him make a decision. High snap, knocked down with one-handed. He kicks it. That punt's going to land on the plus side of the 50 and bounce back to
the 40.
The 44.
Yeah. No, that surprised both of us.
Yeah.
We didn't think he would be the punter.
And
see, if
there was a lot of pressure on that short punt.
If Bruner is as good a punter as he is a place kicker, I think I would have punted and seen if I could put him down well deep in their own
one thing we remember now is Elyria gets the ball coming out. So they weighed the opportunity to go back-to-back with the danger of giving up another score to Lorain here in the last 2 minutes. And there are 1 minute and 58 seconds left as Whitaker has them out.
Allen is his running back?
I believe it is. Good snap. Whitaker straight back. Ducks down, now gets out of there, gets away inside the 40 to about the 39.
How did he get away from that rush?
Now there's a whistle for an injury on the play.
I'm looking for
trying
Allen
to see.
to
I don't
come
see
out.
number 7, and it's another cramp, so I'm going to guess it is Allen. Now, what we've learned in a year and a half is that TJ's very susceptible to cramps.
Yeah.
What you have to convince young people at this age who are very susceptible to cramps is you have to drink a lot of water every day, not just game day.
No, hydrate, yes. But I got to believe he doesn't have an ounce of fat on him.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
All muscle.
Tom, remember the old days when they used to hand you a couple of salt tablets?
Yeah. I just talked to T. King about that.
Oh, my gosh.
I hated those. They made me sick. Terry said, he used to take a handful.
Oh, I could see Terry. He's got a handful of salt tablets looking for a box of popcorn. Now, that's a cramp. You can see he's got a little hitch in his get-along as he comes off the stripe. So, ball is at the 40-yard line. It's 2nd down and 5.
I think they put Diaz in as his replacement.
That's J.L. Diaz, number 16.
And I think that might also be for blocking.
Well, he's Diaz a little bit more the Thunder.
Blocker, yeah.
Twins to each side for Whitaker. Now Diaz moves from the left to the right.
Oh, that's 5.
That's 5 free ones. What a perfect time to do that after a dead ball when you can tell every player on the team, don't move, we're going to do this. And that'll move the sticks down to the 35 and a 1st and 10 for Lorain. So same look. Now trips to the two to the near side. Whitaker moves his feet well, got a man over the middle, wide open, and to the house! Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
That is Zion Moore, number 4.
Okay. I think that's Whitaker's first touchdown pass.
I'm not sure.
I don't think he had any last week, did he?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you, Tom,
that
the footwork out of David Whitaker on this play is impressive because he just does a little bit of slide in the pocket and is able to find the open lane and find his receiver running free in the middle of the field. Jacob Rivera, good snap, ball down, kick is away, and kick is true. So that's a big point. Here's the play. Okay, already had finished. We saw the very end of it. Nice field awareness there for Moore as he was headed to the far side, caught that and spun around and came back against the grain to get in. So, first score of the second quarter comes with 1:17 to go. And it gives Lorain, once again, a 14-point lead. Now, it took 1:07 of the first quarter to have 2 touchdowns. So that'll give you a sense of how this game has changed.
Well, you knew it was going to settle down.
Right.
It's not going to be one play after another after another.
But that certainly was a big series right there. Now, I wonder if you talk to Coach Wilson if he regrets punting it.
And not punting it deep. Yeah.
You don't get hindsight in sports.
There he is on the left hash.
If you got hindsight, they wouldn't have given it to Ernest Biner, and they'd have won a Super Bowl in '86. Jacob Rivera to put instep to football. Kick is away, driven end over end, down at about the 18, taken there, and up the middle, straight ahead is number 1, Bradley, the running back. He's across the 35 to about the 38. Rivera, one of the guys down there on the stop. And that's not Rivera, excuse me. I owe somebody an apology. That is his mother, for one. She wouldn't be happy. Malachi Hassan, 27 down there on the play. So now with 1:11 to go, and the Titans took over with 1:58. So it doesn't take long in high school football.
Can't give up the big play here before halftime.
Fake, and Pride pulls it down. Rolling, got a man out here, and he short hops him. He wanted 84, Tyler McCullum, out here in the flat. Gaines was chasing him. along with 14 Kuznar.
I think Kuznar is the one that did it because he didn't allow him to break contain.
Right.
Because he had been out here on the sideline with a lot more time.
I'm wondering, I'm wondering what the coaching staff will say for Elyria at halftime is if they're, wanting to turn Pride into a little bit more of a runner on plays like that.
I'm sure. Here comes a blitz.
Jet sweep, right call. There's a flag. That's going to be a hold.
I think they were holding the blitzer.
Brandon Serrano, I think, has fingerprints. Oh, who is it? No, it's Avery Martin, 17. So it's 59 seconds to go. That's a spot of the foul, so that's not from the line of scrimmage. That takes it back inside the 30 to the 28. Makes it second, and they've got to get to the 48, so it's 2nd and 20. As they started the clock, Coach Boyes said, "Not so fast, my friend." The Titans are looking for another shot. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a real treat for people here. If you like marching band music, you got two real good ones.
Yes.
And the Marching Pioneers from Elyria High School, and then, of course, the Pride of the Titans.
Yeah, look at that band in Elyria. If they get a shot of across the field, they are going from
almost going 5 to 5.
5 to 5.
Some of them are sitting on the benches. Very impressive. Always has been a very outstanding fine arts program at Elyria High School. .55 seconds to go. Snap back, handoff. That's Bradley.
Wow.
Got a little bit back. Titans kept him inside, which not a good thing because it forces them to use their final timeout. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 28. No, that's too much. About 26.
So this is timeout Elyria this time, I think, isn't
I
it?
don't think so. I think that was
Lorain
the 3rd
again?
and final for the Titans.
Okay.
Now, it's kind of a chess match because you would think that Elyria is going to run the ball because if they throw an incompletion, you give them another timeout.
Yeah.
And the last thing they want to do is give the ball back to Lorain with any time on the clock. So,
Well, yeah.
strategy says we're going to run it and get the ball coming out in the beginning of the 3rd quarter. But you can't be 100% certain.
Not with your down 2 touchdowns.
Right.
Maybe they're thinking maybe we can break a big one.
As they did in the 1st quarter on their first pass play from scrimmage, which went 75 yards.
I don't think they've ever ran that corner blitz again after that first mistake they had. No, they're bringing somebody out here.
They got 3 out here and only a man and a half, 2.5 covering. So Titans are definitely in some sort of zone look.
Well, they brought Allen out here to cover that slot.
We don't have anybody over the inside man for 15 yards. Straight back, he is going to throw. It's picked off. That's what you didn't want. That is to the house. J.L. Diaz with a house call at 36 seconds.
I don't know who he was coming out to. Was he coming out to that short slot?
Yep.
I think so.
We're going to call it a 32-yard INT return.
No, he was going over the middle.
Yep.
He was going over the middle.
There's a whistle. So, let's see if they put the points up. Oh, there they are. 34-14, extra point to follow. Titans only have 10 and don't have any timeouts. They got to get a lineman out there. As long as it's not the long snapper, you're okay. Jacob Rivera once again. That one didn't work so good, and
yeah, wasn't Rivera's fault. I think it was probably a low snap and not a great hold.
So, one of those glass half full kind of things is here. We'll see it.
Oh no,
the snap was dropped.
Yeah, it was not a good. It was a good snap.
A little bit high, but very manageable, and just dropped. And there is no place lonelier on a football field than one of those three men in that special teams unit: the snapper, the holder, and the kicker. Because can't blame anybody else. So, lightning strikes. You know, just not too long ago, Elyria was on the move down 7, and they fumbled the football.
Yeah.
And Lorain since then has put 13 on the board. Rivera, high spinner, short at about the 25, dropped and picked up. And then across the 30 and not much more.
Nice coverage.
Yeah, that was a
nice
high tackle on number 10, Jesus Vasquez. And the Pioneers, let's see if discretion is, in fact, the better part of valor, Tom.
30 seconds to go. What do you do?
Well,
you try a couple Hail Marys?
Well, I mean, you just got burned on 3rd down when everybody in the place thought you'd run the ball and get out of here. You gave up 6. So let's see. I'm gonna call for the jet sweep. And if they have a counter off that, maybe an end around off the jet sweep. Well, no motion, just to give straight ahead. That was Ezra and friends.
Now they're just going to let the clock run out, I'm sure. Yeah.
Loss of several there. Back to almost the 30. But we're not going to snap it again. As the clock runs under 10 seconds, we've played 2 at the George. Lorain 34, Elyria 14.
Now you just have to hope they're going to come out of the locker room and play a second half, not like last week.
Bettering lives is what you live for. You treat setbacks as a chance to come back stronger and create new ways to move past injuries. See how we're advancing orthopedic care at Cleveland Clinic today.
I'm Mackenzie. I graduated in 2021. I got to high school and I was a theater major. And I got to take my classes the next day. I saw theater, and that was one of the very first classes I signed up for. The memories I have from theater to open my mind and open my eyes to seeing from a different perspective, which I think is so awesome. The cast parties and the friends that I made, it's memories I'll keep for the rest of my life.
Hi guys, my name is Faisal Olatoye. I graduated from Lorain High School. That I wanted to get that I want to get into helping people on a global scale.
Elyria High School Pioneers! From creativity in art classes to busting a move in dance sessions, Lorain City Schools is where students experience art programs to provide a nurturing environment where young minds thrive. And when it's time to graduate, our students step into the world with confidence and pride. Ready to experience more? Enroll today and unlock endless possibilities in Lorain City Schools. Join us and let your journey begin. Experience the magic of creativity in Lorain City Schools.
And we're back here at George Daniel Field, set to start the third quarter. Titans on top of the Pioneers, 34-14. And Tom, a really interesting first half. 35 points in the first quarter, nothing till near the end of the second quarter, and then Titans scored 2 in the last minute and a half. And one of those was a defensive score, something we didn't have any of in the first quarter. Jacob Rivera to put the instep into the football. Spins it down inside the 20 at about the 18, taken there. Return is to the near side, taken down shy of the 30.
Nice little tackle.
Dapped it up then afterwards.
Now, Lorain didn't come out of the locker room real good last week.
Right.
They had to correct that problem, and I hope they did that for this third quarter.
Ja'Cory Bradley was on the return for Elyria. They'll take over. Tom, here's the line postulate. We're going to put it on the closest long line, so it's on the 30.
Yeah.
And if you watch, especially football at this level, 9 times out of 10 the ball's spotted on
an even
line,
yeah.
5 or at 0. So Elyria will take over. First play of the third quarter. Pride rolling out away from pressure. Oh, that one was
almost
taken back by Terreno Allen, who was just behind him, but he'd have scored if he'd have been able to grab that, because he had undercut the route.
Good defense for that for an outside linebacker like that.
Well, they're prepared for what's going on, that's for sure. Titans with the 3-4 defense. Pride rolls, running away from Ezra. On a fly, bounces it in. Incomplete. That was intended for Bradley at the 40. And
so they got him on the run. Now they just got to contain him.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm sure Elyria's talking about that a little bit. Maybe we can break contain and let him run a little bit. Let's see what he does with his legs.
Ezra, as big as he is so athletic. Yeah. And, he not only chased him out, he had the angle cut down in terms of contain. So 3rd and 10. Titans look to go 3 and out on defense for the first time tonight. Pride and Bradley in the backfield. Straight back, wants to throw, got a man deep. If it's too long, overshot Bradley, who was being covered but was behind Day Jones. No laundry on the field, and looks like we'll have our first punt formation for Elyria. They punted once,
yeah.
But there was a quick kick kind of thing from Pride that only went about 15 yards and put the Titans in business on the plus side of the 50.
Now, is this Bruner? I can't see a number on him.
I believe it is. Yeah. Lex Bruner.
He takes the standard 13-yard drop, 12 to 13 yards.
After every kick, you want to end up with the ball. Bounced the snap back, rushed it and got it off. Now there's a flag. And I'm almost believing that it's another sideline violation.
What could they call on the sideline? No one was done running.
Well, I mean, all he's got to do is run into somebody.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to, and it.
Does the warning from the first quarter
I
carry
believe
over?
It does. Now, I'm seeing from the far side of the field a holding indication. Now, I'm not sure if this was an echo flag over here or if we got 2 penalties or. Thankfully, we're not paying the officiating crew by the hour.
Well, you mentioned they're in a new league now.
Right.
The first thing I seen, and I don't know if this is, There are 6 officials.
Right. Well, that was to be the case last year.
Okay.
We had games where we had 6, and we had games where we had 5.
And usually the crews in the old days were always 5.
On the Titans, that's going to be a first down, unless it was ball underway. Dead ball, sideline warning.
So there was a holding.
Yeah.
But the holding had to be
after the punt. But there's no excuse for a sideline warning. And that's an adult issue. That's not a player issue because the players are showing some discipline. I don't know who, I didn't see what, but Coach Boyes is not going to be happy if he loses 15 on a coach.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, like every other head coach, let him be on me. So now they're going to walk. And then they're going to walk again. So they are marking
the hold and then the,
I believe,
unsportsmanlike. Because that's unsportsmanlike, isn't it? The sideline warning.
I think the first one is 5. So the Titans, once upon a time, had decent field position. Now they're on the 12.
Still first and 10, though.
Yep. Last time they had the ball, David Whitaker completed his first touchdown pass of the year to number 4, Zion Moore. Straight ahead, first down and more. A lot more across the 30. How to get out of a hole.
He's
20 on first down. And a Pioneer down. Now this is the cramp portion of the game.
Yeah.
And again, there's that shuffle through traffic, nice patient run that Allen has shown a knack for.
Who was the running back for the Steelers that had that knack? I can't think. You know who I'm talking about?
I do.
He would just wait,
Yep.
and just slide through.
That's him. Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon, you're right.
So while we check on
the
injured player, I'll have a second and talk to you about the Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, conveniently located throughout Northeast Ohio. To find care for your athlete, visit clevelandclinic.org/sportscare. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical provider for Lorain High School and for Titus. And we haven't seen a Titus spotting yet this year, have we, Tom?
I haven't seen him.
So
I haven't seen him at all.
Well, once again, off under his own power is the injured Pioneer, and the Titans will come out with a first down on the 32. Now, these next points really have a lot to do with the direction this game goes, because if Lorain scores next, they're close to a running clock. And if Elyria scores next, it's back into a game. Bubble look there, straight ahead out to the 45. That is Moore with a 13-yard gain, and yet another Pioneer down.
I've been waiting for that play since the second play of the game.
On the second play of the game, they ran it to an out cut. And you know, we talked. Was that his first touchdown? No, that one was the first touchdown. Was the long one, the 91-yarder.
You're right.
So another timeout for injury, and we'll take a look and see what our friends at Fox 8 can give us for some scores of local games. Of course, if you're watching on delay, you'll already know that most of these scores of local interest. GCC school Euclid 22, Berea Mid-Park 14, and what is a surprise to me.
Euclid is in our conference.
Right. Amherst is losing to Buckeye 21-7 in the fourth. Westlake all over Clearview, 28-0 in the third. Chardon has gone ahead of Cleveland Heights, 19-18. That's another Greater Cleveland Conference school. Cloverleaf on top of Keystone, 22-6. Fairview and Columbia in a good one, tied at 20 in the third.
It's good.
Last week's opponent, Maple Heights, 22-16 over Dover. Now that, to me, that's a mathematical impossibility because a minute ago it was 16-14 Maple Heights.
And what is it now?
22-16 Maple Heights. So you don't get -2. More than likely an error in reporting or posting. Vermilion on top of Firelands, 28-12 in that backyard brawl. That's in the third quarter.
That's for the Stillman's Cup, for all you people out there listening.
Avon Lake is still trailing Lake Catholic 7-0 in the third quarter. Our good friend Tim Alcorn on that one, that call. Mayfield 22, Elyria Catholic 13 in the third. GCC School Mentor 42-12 on McDowell, PA. North Canton Hoover on top of GCC opponent Medina 28-10. Got to get used to some of these new names, Tom.
Yeah.
Midview and North Olmsted are all tied up at 20 late in the third. North Ridgeville on top of Valley Forge 37-6.
Well, only 3 of the CCC conference teams won last week.
Olmsted Falls is now 16-8 on top of Brunswick.
Yeah.
Fremont Ross 20. Next week's opponent Sandusky 14 in their version of the backyard brawl. And GCC team Shaker Heights 7, Brush 0 in the third.
Does Brush beat someone last week that I thought maybe was an upset? I can't think of that. So
I think they played Euclid. I think
maybe they beat Euclid. Maybe then.
So we've got the Pioneer up, and he's walking off on his own power. That's Levi Springer, the 5'9", 156-pound senior.
He's walking gingerly, though.
But it's always good
to see him walk.
See him walk it off, because one thing that is very consistent in Northeast Ohio is the level of care and concern that all of our athletic trainers give to these players.
Yeah.
Safety first for everyone. You know, it's what's interesting, Tom, we'll talk a little bit more. There was a situation where a game was canceled at Akron-Garfield as we get the jet sweep look, spinning off and making a cut, getting down the sidelines out near the first down sticks. That is Day Jones, number 11. And looks like he might have converted it across the 45 and to the 43, first down Lorain. Akron-Garfield, I can't remember the school now. Somebody had hand, foot, and mouth disease on their football team, and they reported it, and Garfield elected not to play them tonight. Now, if I'm a player, I'm very disappointed, but as a former school administrator, I totally understand, and whoever that opponent was is appealing to the OHSAA for a forfeit as Allen gets loose down the sidelines inside the 30, and it'll be another first down for the Titans. Now, the way I understand, there was a game last week canceled for the same reason.
Really?
The way I understand the rule, you can't have a forfeit unless a game has started.
Just a cancellation if you haven't.
Right, it's a no contest. So Titans with back-to-back first downs here are in business at the 27. Straight ahead, Again, there's that very patient running style by Terreno Allen. If you're not paying close attention, you're going to be surprised by how many yards TJ has at the end of tonight's game. And he had the one big one.
And that was a kickoff. So that's
he had the 90-yard kickoff return. And he had another kickoff return that he tiptoed down the sidelines on. But he's had some good scrimmage yards. There's the bubble screen. That's going to go a ways, I think. Another first down inside the 15 for Lorain. Move them again. With 9:37 to go, they're going to spot it at the 16, but that's still enough for a Titan first down. Whitaker might have missed the handoff, but it's a keeper. Whitaker's inside the 10 on the hop. Nice gain of 6 on first down. And I don't know if he missed that handoff.
Or that could have been a design play.
If that was the zone read,
it was almost a little.
I'm stunned. And if it wasn't the zone read, Coach Boyas is the most. That's a missed handoff.
Yeah. No, I think it was Allen's.
I mean, it was. They didn't make, and neither one of them forced the issue. Something positive out of a busted play.
Well, Whitaker did it right.
Yep. Follow the hole.
Follow the hole.
Here comes the toss sweep.
He's going around in and out.
Thrown out of bounds and onto the track, and that's going to be half the distance as Zion Moore was way out of bounds when he got the whirlybird onto the asphalt. So the gain is going to be inside the 10, and with the penalty, is going to be first and goal inside the 5, I believe. Let's see, they're spotting it at the 7. There's the personal foul indication. First down as they march it inside the 5. Not much of a march, actually more of a meander.
You know, the smartest play there was Kuzar.
Going over and say, stop it.
Yeah, he said, don't retaliate because you'll get caught. You're right.
And this is just what you wanted to see the Titans do coming out in the third quarter.
Yeah, methodical drive.
And keep their heads amongst them. And that's one of the few times that TJ is going to get nothing. But back to the line of scrimmage. Now, was that did I see a flag? That was a helmet come off. One of the Titans is putting his head back on.
Yes.
Looked to me like Bryce Lowe lost his bonnet. Now the officials are talking things over. Personal foul, Elyria.
So the helmet was ripped off of him then maybe.
And that would mean he's allowed to stay. The only way he's allowed to stay in the game. Nope, got it wrong. Personal foul, Lorain. So if it had been against Elyria, it would have been a yard and a half. Instead, it's 15 against Lorain. So that takes it back to first and goal at the 18.
Yeah, this methodical drive
Second.
Got to sit back there.
Second and goal as Allen had no gain on first down. Now, we saw last week a little bit of comfort in the kicking game with Jacob Rivera hitting a field goal. As I thank you, always a pleasure to see the name of our Club TV 20 people that helped get us on the air. Shavar stay the whole night tonight?
Shavar's not even here.
Well, his name's on the list. I'm taking him out.
Shavar's always on the list.
He's out. He's hiding from me.
Personal foul. Yep. All right.
So it is second down. It is goal to go, and it is the 18-yard line. Now they start the clock. Any kind of points here would put it within a running clock. On the Whitaker wants to fake the toss, now throws it across, and just caught up in the wash was the receiver and unable to get loose.
I like that little pattern.
It took a long time.
Yeah.
But it would have been a touchdown, and it looked like it was Morales that got bumped off track. He came from inside spot under the linebacker, ran into an official. That's why I say it wasn't.
Yeah.
So third down.
And if you've seen it later, the official apologized to him.
Right. 3rd and 18. That's one thing. I've never met an official that wants to get hit.
No.
Now a little bit of audibilizing here from Coach Boyes. 2 receivers way out to that left side. I got to believe they might be going corner. Nope, post.
Way.
Too high. Great idea. Threw it where nobody could get it, and they get to do it again. But first we have a Pioneer on the ground. Officials timeout for another injury. Now, am I mistaken, or is that 4 times in this quarter that we've had
an injury?
Elyria players down after a play.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if these are cramps.
I'm praying that they are.
Yeah.
And they're not looking at the cramp end of things. Both the Elyria trainer and Tracy Menges out there, Tom, taking a look. Tonight's game ball sponsors for the Lorain Adult Booster Club. For the Elyria game, it's George and Kathy Corey. I hope you're both at home feeling better and watching this one as they've had a little bout with COVID. Tony DeMacchia, counsel at large in Lorain, and the Italian-American veterans, post number 1. You know, it's amazing that some of the social organizations in Lorain and what they do for the schools. I asked the treasurer's office in Lorain if I could get a list of donations, because you approve them as on the board every meeting for the past year, and I haven't been able to go back and total them up. But last Monday, the school board approved over $16,000 in donations from the IAV.
Wow, from the IAV alone?
Yeah, from the IAV.
Very generous.
Yeah. Brandon Adams, 62, is up and walking off under his own power.
Did they have a special fundraiser for the school itself?
Now, you've got a lot of the social clubs are able to have gambling machines.
Okay.
And I believe the number is 80% of those profits have to go to a nonprofit.
Okay.
Jacob Rivera is going to try one from the 24, so that'll be 34 yards. Tyree Morales, number 6, will hold. The snapper is 17, Avery Martin. High snap, not going to get a shot. Rivera has not yet fallen on it. Now either way, it's going to be a Elyria ball. That's a 20-yard loss. So this started 1st and goal on the 3, and now Elyria is going to take over on the 43.
Wow.
So not what you want.
I thought that was a nice, time-consuming drive the ball down the field, because it started, if you remember, after the thing somewhere down around the 9-yard line, didn't it? 10-yard line?
So
I think that was a high snap. It was. Yeah.
But the Titans could have put an exclamation point on it with that one. Going up 27 and, a score away from a running clock. Fremont now 27-14 over Sandusky. 9 minutes to go in the 3rd. Rolling is Pride, being chased by Ezra. Got a man out there.
Oh, a little overthrown. A little overthrown.
Nice coverage once again.
Is that Serrano over there? I can't see a number.
No. That is Adamini, I believe, number 2.
I see, yep.
And he was right there and knocked it away. He's getting a lot more time in the secondary and has acquitted himself very well tonight, Tom.
Well, that was the kind of what everyone said might be a weak spot because they graduated a lot of seniors last year.
Because it was such a strength. I think Joe Gaines is the player you're thinking of that led the county in interceptions.
Okay.
That was tipped but complete. That is Bradley. Caught it right about the 47 and went down there. There's Adamini, number 2 again, along with Moore, number 4. And number 14, who is Kuznar. So 3rd and 6. It might be approaching 4-down territory out near midfield and down 20. 7:15 to go. Jet sweep.
That's the best they've done at containing
Say
that jet
hi
sweep.
to Ezra.
Yes. Yes.
Ezra is the left defensive end, Tom.
And he just ran him down.
He just totally, watch this. He sees the motion. Here he comes, working his way down the line. Well, that wasn't Ezra that got the final one in. That was Jemias Gaines. But they sure were ready for that. It's 4th and 11. Body language is an issue right now, Tom.
You think like Elyria
they're just
hanging
kinda,
around?
Yeah. And that, when you see that as the Titans, you have to capitalize. You can't afford to. They're going to go for it on 4th and 11. And that's part of turning that body language around. They'll get a big emotional lift here if they make this. Straight back, Pride wants to throw, wants a lot of it, got a man out there, it's overshot. Again, stride for stride was Day Jones. That ball was overthrown, and the Titans, I'm looking to see if, because on several of these, they've let them live with roughing the passers or something, but not this time. The Titans will take over on the 41. With 6:11 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Now, he was a step ahead of the thing, but you can't expect the cover man to cover 40 yards on the field.
He was downfield.
Yeah, he was pretty close, very good coverage.
And that ball was thrown on the run under duress. You lose some accuracy.
Now we got to go back to that methodical.
Well, now Harrison comes in
yeah.
to the backfield. He's on the near side of Whitaker. 2 carries for no yards in the first half. Lost 3, gained 3. Was a sure weapon in the second half last week. And switch him around to the other side. Give it to him straight ahead. He just was introduced to Mr. Kyrie Anderson. Rather rudely, as a matter of fact. That's going to be a loss of 2.
That was a lack of blocking.
Yeah,
Anyone came through that clean.
He came through clean. That was that was a blitz that guessed right. Now, if you divide a football game up into thirds, we're now finishing the 2nd third of this game with a 20-point lead. What you want to start doing now is protecting the clock. The clock is your friend. Straight ahead give. Got about 7. Got the 2 back and a few more. That was Harrison yet again. Going to make it 3rd and about 6.
Who's the big lineman over there that I think is a left guard? He had a pancake block, but sometimes you don't want to.
The left guard is 54, Jalen Moore.
You don't want to do a pancake on the other side of the field and get called for some sort of roughing.
Yeah.
Especially when the play's coming this way.
No hurry for the Titans. We're under 4:45 as the ball gets snapped. Now they're 5. Back judge is counting it off. Got it off with about 1 second left. Whitaker trying to hide, pulls it down. Whitaker keeps it. Whitaker gets down near the first down. I think he's got it. because I think the guys are waving their hands over the head. And the international symbol for move the sticks. So they get them quickly moved. 1st and 10 for Lorain. Very patient run. David didn't try to do too much. He didn't try to bounce that outside. Know your role. He put his back to the line and pushed. Officials timeout as we've got another Pioneer down on the Browns helmet on the far side, Tom.
Wow.
And he's sitting there like a leg cramp got him. Looking for some more. Dover now 22-16 over Maple Heights. I think I read that.
You know, I got a read here from one of our advertisers.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Yeah, Joyce Buick, GMC. We'd like to thank the Northeast Ohio Buick GMC dealers and Joyce Buick GMC for supporting our school this year. Whether you're looking for a new GMC truck or a used Buick SUV, drop in at Joyce Buick GMC and check out their inventory for a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles. They always say, go Titans.
Yes, they do. We thank them for their support. Been strong supporters for a number of years now. Strongsville 21-0 over Solon in the third. I think I read that a minute ago. 34-14, Fremont all over Sandusky.
What's the score now?
34-14.
Okay.
Same as here. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Whitaker's got him to the line. Motion. Faked it. Yet it was the jet sweep. Okay, that was Moore, number 4.
I'm thinking one of these jet sweeps is going to be a fake, and Whitaker's going to carry it.
I thought he was going to pull it.
Yeah,
down.
me too.
So that was a gain of about 2. You know, managed to stay in bounds enough to keep the clock running. Maybe the most important thing. Quick bubble screen. That's the
and
play
he got
they
outside.
scored on. That's the play they scored on in the first quarter on the same block from the same receiver. And that was Zion Moore who bounced it out yet again. We'll see it right here. Watch the outside receiver come in and just open up the door.
That's 22. Who is that?
That was Amari Noel, the freshman.
Noel, isn't it? Yeah. Neil?
Keep your pants straight, guy. We need you out there. 1st and goal for the Titans from the 9.
Oh, come on.
Batted down. Whitaker pitches it. Bad pitch. Still loose in Elyria. Up.
I think it's going to be a Elyria ball, to tell you the truth.
I'm not sure. No, it's 2nd down.
Wow. Didn't you see
Whoever
more white
the Titan
shirts?
That went in over there, that was Whitaker that went in, bent over, lost his helmet.
Yeah.
So he's got to come out. Timeout. Elyria player, 2 of them down. So once again, the Titans get 1st and goal and shoot themselves in the foot. They've played this whole half on the Elyria side of the field. They've had 1st and goal twice. And the last time it ended, went from 1st and goal in the 3 to a turnover on the 43.
Yeah.
And now they went from the 10 back to, where are they spotting this?
Another Elyria player's down. You know,
2.
You hate to criticize the center because he's probably getting hassled by the nose man, but you got to get that. You can't put the ball over Whitaker's head too many times.
Yeah, you're the key man on offense. You can't start the play without a good snap, and he's been playing goalie out there some tonight. Fremont Ross 41, Sandusky 14. I was kind of hoping to see that here, Tom. 41 to 14.
Well, that's the next week's opponent, Sandusky.
Right. They've got to be disappointed because I think they were picked to be really good, and they're going to be 0-2, I believe. Maple Heights and Dover are tied at 22, which after all that creative math, they probably should be tied. Chardon 26, Cleveland Heights 24, going for 2 with a minute and a half to go in that game.
Now you said Cleveland Heights, all coaching staff moved over to
Garfield Heights.
Garfield.
And I'm not sure how many players they took with them out of the portal. Nope, Fremont 48-14 over Sandusky. The clock is running.
Whitaker's running by himself?
That's not Whitaker.
Oh,
that's
no,
T.J. Allen.
I got
and
you.
he's running because Whitaker had to go out because he lost his helmet.
I got you. Yep.
That was one of the 2 choices for backup quarterback. It's either going to be Allen or it was going to be
Serrano?
B.J. Serrano.
Yeah.
Stop me on the street and I'll tell you how that played out.
Oh, look at that block. Did you see the block
Yes.
there? I don't know who that was running. Was that Cousinar?
Might have been. Let's see now. Is that Whitaker back in after a play out? I believe so. He wants to throw. Got a man on an in route down inside the 5 to about the 3. That's 22. Amari Neal, who's been involved in quite a bit here this half.
Yeah.
So now it's 4th down and goal from where we started, right at the 3. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, let's see. I was going to say, if they didn't run this down and call a timeout, but now I think that's Diaz in the backfield. And he's the thunder guy, not the lightning guy. But you only need thunder of 3 yards. Whitaker, he wants to throw for it. Got a man undercut.
He's a little bit behind him.
And down low. He dropped his elbow that time on the throw, and Elyria's going to hold and take over on downs once again. So this quarter, the Titans have had the ball seemingly most of the quarter in the Elyria end and have nothing to show for it. They had 1st and goal on the 3 and turned it over on downs on a bad snap on a field goal at the 43. They had 1st and goal on the 3, had a loss and a penalty, and now end up turning it over 4th and goal on the 3. Here's a game that no one in Lorain except my wife cares about. St. Henry 27, Archibald 19.
She's an old Archibald girl.
Yes, she is.
I bet you there's not too many people in our listening audience knows where Archibald's at, even though anyone from Toledo's listening.
Oh, my gosh, yes. So, Elyria backed up, feet in the end zone for Pride. Motion, jet sweep. Sniffed out pretty quickly, but breaking a tackle or 2 and getting out near the 10. I think that was Bradley, number 1, but I could be mistaken.
He got thrown down, and his helmet snapped off after the...
Well, that was one of the linemen.
Yeah.
He'll come out for a play. That's 56, Braden Schleim. I can't.
56?
Schleimler. Excuse me. I got to turn the light up, Tom. Minute 9 to go, 3rd quarter. Titans get their substitution in. Nice gain on 1st down, makes it 2nd and 2. Oh, here's a score of note if it holds up. I'll be the happiest guy in Lorain County. Well, maybe not the happiest, but amongst them, as that pass goes off of Bradley's hands and down. In the 3rd quarter, Oberlin 7, Brooklyn 6.
Ooh.
Now, the reason that's of note is Oberlin has not won, I want to say it's been 35 games.
Yeah, 3 years,
The
I
last
think.
time Oberlin won a football game, believe it or not, you win some money in a bet here, was at George Daniel Field.
They were playing...
they played Clearview when Clearview
right.
Stadium was under construction. But that's former Titan Kenny Washington at the helm. And gosh, I hope that holds up for him. Blitz shown from Lorain, but it picked up nicely. Now Pride running for his life on the run. There's a flag. Pass is caught. But there's a flag way behind the play here. I got to believe it can only be a hold.
Because you know it wasn't roughing.
And you see some dancing.
Or pushed from behind there.
Now that was as good a throw as Pride has made all night.
For not.
But nothing to show for it. Half the distance of the goal pushes it back to the 5, where it's 3rd down and 7. Call it 8. Sure looks to me like they need the 13. Buckeyes still 21-13 over Amherst. Westlake 28-7 over good buddy Cody Kea and Clearview. Pride rolling out, gets it outside, got a man, bumped out of bounds at about the 10. So picked up the penalty yardage, going to be short by about 3 yards. That was good coverage and did what they needed to do. Pride has run a long way as Martin on a blitz had him.
Chased him.
And well, now they got him out at the 12. So this is interesting. 4th down and 2. Diaz is coming out as he looked to have a little bit of a cramp. Brandon Martin, number 18, is in at linebacker. They figured that Lorain's had the ball down here the whole quarter and hadn't scored anyhow. 7 seconds to go in the 3rd.
But now Diaz scrambles better to the right, which is the short side of the field.
Pride,
yeah.
Yeah, he is definitely right-handed in terms of the way he motion. I see procedure, Elyria.
Yeah.
So they had a special gimmick on there. They were going to try and make a Titan jump, and in doing so, they jumped themselves.
I thought they made a Titan jump, but I didn't see the Elyria.
You can't simulate the stand,
yeah,
and I think that's what happened there. Cloverleaf did defeat Keystone 22-6, and Chardon beat Cleveland Heights 26-24. Columbia on top of Fairview in a little bit of a shocker, 27-20. Punt formation for Elyria. This is Brunner. High snap, waits for it, pulls it down, gets it away. That's a good boot. Get out of the way. And wisely doing so was Zion Moore. Titans will take over yet again on the plus side of the 50, but not before we step away because we've played 3 at the George. 34 for Lorain, 14 for Elyria. Back with more after this timeout.
Hey guys, my name is Faisar Olatoye. I graduated from Lorain High School. I'm currently at Howard University in Washington, D.C., studying international business. What do I want to do with myself that is inclusive to helping others? I knew that I wanted to give back to my community. So then I chose international business because I know that I want to get into helping people on a global scale.
Experience what it means to be Lorain proud in Lorain City Schools. From unleashing creativity in art classes to busting a move in dance sessions, Lorain City Schools is where students experience more. Our preschool programs provide a nurturing environment where young minds thrive. And when it's time to graduate, our students step into the world with confidence and pride. Ready to experience more? Enroll today and unlock endless possibilities in Lorain City Schools. Join us and let your journey begin.
Here we go,
Experience the
first
magic
play of the
creativity
4th
in
quarter.
Lorain City
Whitaker
Schools. Our fine arts
steps
program
back
offers
over the
more
middle,
than just
has a
classes.
man.
It's an adventure in
Nice pitching catch
self-expression,
there.
exploration,
Jay
and
Kuznar
growth.
is the
From
receiver.
elementary to high
Down
school,
to
our
about the
students
31-yard
dive into a
line
world
and
of
moves the
music,
stick.
art.
David Whitaker's looked much more comfortable this week. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. number one is the line has given him a lot more time. And number two is he had some success early.
Yes.
And confidence is a big thing.
And, you know, they're mixing the plays up real nice. They're running the ball nice. They're passing the ball when they have to.
He's going to take off and keep this and get positive yardage inside the 25. I think that's called moving the pile.
Well, he's the moving the pile type of runner. He's not a fancy dancer, break contain kind of kid, but
now we got to tighten down. That's a lineman.
They don't usually get cramps.
Anakin Davis, number 57, came in, so I'm going to guess that is number 55, Amari Malone, because Anakin is the backup defensive or backup tackle on that side. Falls is going to beat Brunswick. It's 29-8 in the fourth.
Brunswick is one of the teams in the CCC. Don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Are they going to be able to rise above what they're doing on the preseason or not? I don't know who beat them last week, but someone beat them last week decently.
Fremont's 48-14 over Sandusky, running clock. Shaker Heights still 7-0 on Brush. I think, who played Brush last week? One of our
was it Euclid?
Future opponents.
Was it Euclid?
Might have been. Being helped off with looks like some sort of a ankle issue is number 54, Jalen Moore. Strongsville 28 over Solon, nothing. Not a lot of room there, but
I think he might have made it.
Close to the sticks.
One of these jet sweeps, Whitaker's going to keep the ball. Because if they did have a fancy-dancy runner.
Yep. That was Moore again on that play, and it was enough for the first down. Tap pass was tipped, falls harmlessly to the ground. Now,
that was tipped by a defensive back, so it wasn't a lineman jumped up and got it.
ten minutes and 33 seconds to be exact to go. Clock stopped. 2nd and 10 for Lorain. They are at about the 21-yard line. Straight ahead give, that's Allen again. Allen makes a cut, makes a man miss. TJ Allen all the way to the house. Boy, he bounced it, he kicked, he bounced it, and once again, that vision that he has shown so often.
That little lateral movement he can do right here.
20-yard, 1-yard run. 40 for Lorain, looking for 41. And that sends them, say it sends them scurrying to the exit, but I think you have to have more people in this to be scurrying. Jacob Rivera, last one of these was a bad snap and no good. That was a better snap, good hold, kick up, and true. Jacob Rivera kick makes it 41. 5 out of 6, and he didn't get the chance at the 6th one. That's a real weapon in the Titans.
Yes, it is.
Are having in the kicking game.
How many years ago was it when they didn't have a kicker at all, and it hurt them?
And then we got Reggie Williams for, I think, 3 years. And he actually won us the first game he was a kicker. We went someplace out east where they had blue turf. That's all I remember. They had blue turf, and we kicked a field goal to win. And then several others that he figured in.
Was he the one that threw the touchdown pass at Shaw?
No, that was.
Do you remember the game?
Blake. He was a wrestler. Bartlebaugh. No, not Bartlebaugh. Bartlome.
Yeah.
He was a wrestler and a soccer player.
Yeah.
And you talk about surprise. It was Ravenna where we won on the blue turf.
Okay.
Thank you, Brian Hilko. 2 weeks in a row, we got people sending us information we're looking for. Rivera to kick yet again. 10:24 to go. This one might belong to the JVs. That's going to off the receiver and go out of bounds. Now, that's going to be where it went out since he touched it.
Yep. That's the ideal kick there.
Oh, my goodness. The only way it could have been any better is if it stayed inbounds.
Is that what he's trying to do? Is he trying to keep that ball right down in that corner?
Keep direction
in that
on
corner,
yeah. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 12-yard line. If you remember, we go back to last year's playoff game, and the Titans really hurt themselves not handling a kickoff after the opening drive from Mid-Park.
I remember that.
They kicked it over on the far side about the 30-yard line in between, and we let it bounce like it was a punt.
Yeah. Looking at it.
Now there's whistle, timeout, Lorain, and that's because we had about 7 guys on defense.
This is the time of the game when people are substituting and putting people in, and one assistant coach is sending his kids in.
35-7 now, Clearview on top, or Westlake on top of Clearview. Columbia did beat Fairview in what's got to be a surprise, 27-20. Fairview had an All-Ohio quarterback, I think.
But Columbia had an Ohio running back also.
Okay.
And they can come in with, I think, 2 or 3 different running backs. 2 of them last year had 1,000 yards.
Well, that is a program that is built on the run.
On the run,
for sure.
Exactly.
Going back to Jason Ward.
Who coached them after a while.
Yep.
Yep.
Lake Catholic 21, Avon Lake 14 now in the 4th quarter. Lorain beating Elyria 41-14 in the 4th quarter. And Elyria is going to put it in play, 1st and 10 on the 12. Selfishly, I'd like to see a running clock here, Tom, because I'm headed to Columbus after this game. That's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 on a give straight ahead. These are some of the younger players for Lorain involved, but that was Ezra Williams in the middle of that, along with number 60, DJ Nixon. Who else we got in there? I see a number 3.
Those blue,
Josiah Augusto.
Yeah. Those blue numbers on the blue jersey, it makes it hard to read some of the numbers sometimes.
You know what?
You got to look at it.
I complain enough that I sound like a whiner about that. and, I'm still not sure if I like the dark gray helmets with the all blue unis.
Yeah.
Now there's a whistle and a timeout. I think somebody's getting paid by the hour here. Timeout Elyria, 9:24 to go.
Pre-game I was talking to 2 of the freshman players, and they wanted a little bit of a shout out because they won their game last night.
Right, 2-0.
And they're 2-0. They beat Elyria, and they had to come back to do it.
Right.
I think they came back to do it, and I said I appreciate that more, showing you have the courage to keep playing the game and come back rather than scoring early and then letting someone come back on you.
That is our old buddy and one of the great Titans of all time. Carlos Chavis is
coaching them.
Coaching the freshman. And congratulations to him.
Now, is he teaching?
No, he is the Lorain City Schools intramural director.
Okay.
And he has done some great work in that area.
Did he get a degree in that somewhere?
I'm not sure. He graduated from Ashland.
Okay.
There's movement both ways. I think they were going to let it go when the wide receiver was 2 yards downfield. But then the safety was 3 yards in the backfield.
But they called it,
they had to call it on the offense.
Yeah.
Rogers was past the cornerback. But then Neal, they're going to ride that sweep, and the quarterback's going to keep it down out to about the 10, getting most of the penalty yards back. Going to be 3rd and about 13.
Well, they play a JV game tomorrow.
At Elyria.
At Elyria.
We're going to have a angry bunch of blue streaks next week when we go to Sandusky. Pass over the middle out of everybody's reach. Nicely covered there. That was number 6, Tyree Morales, on the coverage of Christian Rogers, who so auspiciously started the game off for Elyria, as he was uncovered and went 75 yards. And when I say he was uncovered, as in not a soul around.
And it was just a blown coverage. It wasn't someone fell or anything. It was just blown coverage. Who's going back for the...
So now this is Morales back to receive the punt. Every possession for the Titans tonight in this half has started on the plus side of the 50. I know they didn't need it, but that snap has taken longer each time. That ball is going to bounce dead at about the 46. Morales just got away and let the clock run and the ball roll. And again, the nearest long line corollary puts it down at the 45.
It's so much easier to keep track of it.
As 2 old geometry teachers, Tom, we get it. I say old geometry teachers. I taught geometry this week.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I haven't even thought about geometry.
Down, covered for one of the ladies down in Oberlin who just had a child.
So you'll be a long-term?
That's not the plan. Long-term is trying to get me there 3 days in a row. I'm trying to do everything I can to help. Now we've got a different backfield here. That looks like Harrison, the running back, on the near side, but I can't see a number. He's going to get it, and we're going to find out.
Well, he fought
It
almost.
still is Whitaker, okay.
Now, who would come in as quarterback now back up?
I'm going to guess it might be Serrano.
They're going to make a decision now when they're up by so many points.
Now, let's see. We got a flag down, and I think it might be. Oh, it's a holding on Lorain. They're going to take that from the line of scrimmage back 10, across the 50 for the first time. Amherst knocked off by Buckeye 2013. As big a surprise as I've seen tonight, Tom.
Yep. They won so big last week, but a lot of people overlooked the Buckeye squad.
Oh. There's the pitch sweep, getting the corner across the 50, inside the 45, and thrown down by the jersey after getting inside the 30 is
15.
Young Master Harrison, Javion Harrison, getting a little tailor work done by one of his buddies over there, getting his pads back in.
Well, there's a nice little block over there. 27 is nice little block.
Tyler Chapman, nice job on the shoulder pad work there. Mr. Harrison brings a different gear to the backfield.
I see Whitaker holding his helmet, meaning he thinks. Yeah.
I want to tell you something. It's early. They've done that several times, and credit the offensive line for their discipline. They haven't so much as flinched. Now, was it last week we had somebody go over on their back without being touched? There's a long one, wanting it all. There's a penalty.
I think
that's going to be a face guard.
Face guarding, yes.
That was the freshman, Neal, down there. He has been a major factor in this football game since he got his football pants. He never got touched on the bump and run, and then he got grabbed at about the 10-yard line. And
now that's a 15-yard penalty, not at the, not the spot,
Saves a touchdown maybe, but it does move the ball inside the 20. And that's the one penalty, isn't it, Tom? That's a 15 no matter where. I mean, you don't have to distance.
No, it's the 15 from the line of scrimmage, isn't it?
But I mean, if they were on the 20, it would still be 15, not 10.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know if it's half the distance.
I think that's the one penalty.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And I'm sure that's that way in college.
Okay, I didn't know that. But a lot of people wanted the spot of the foul, thinking NFL.
The pro league, pro rule.
Offside, Lorain.
That time Lorain moved because I complimented him. My fault. That one's on me, Coach, but I'm not going to run. Some jockeying for seats down in front of us as the reserved seats are open with the seat backs, and some of the young men are filling in. Whitaker rumbling and stumbling down inside the 15. Got the penalty back and a couple of more.
Running on the option.
Right.
That's the quarterbacks to do.
And that's all you need to do to make that legit.
I think he's getting more confidence on his running, too.
Yeah.
He's going to keep a jet sweep here, probably against Sandusky.
That game that I was telling you about that was canceled was Akron, Garfield, and Revere.
Okay.
Due to hand, foot, and mouth disease in the Revere program. And Garfield elected not to play, and Revere called the state of Ohio expecting that they would get a forfeit. Now,
no. They had to reschedule a game somewhere along the line, but where are you going to do that?
Well, that's what makes it so hard in football. But let's not blame Akron Garfield. Whitaker was about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage when he floated that one long. So that was an illegal forward pass, even though it was caught.
That doesn't stop him from celebrating.
No, you can celebrate that. Celebrate, Mr. Kuznar, but that's coming back. And, I mean, it wasn't close. Well, snapped the ball at the 15, and he was at about the 12.
That's okay.
That was a heck of a throw.
So now that was a touch. Remember I told you he throws that line drive all the time. He put a nice little touch on that pass.
Yes, he did.
Well, they haven't penalized it yet.
Yep. Now it is back to
19.
Looks like the 19.
Is that loss of downs on that?
Yes. You know, if there was a rule right now that these two coaches could agree to it to be over, it would be over.
Yeah.
They're going to play. These are the kids that are going to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whitaker wants it. Whitaker over the middle. Got a man just a little bit too tall down there for
Neal again.
4th and 11. Let's see if they try a field goal here. We get another penalty?
Yeah.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 11. Whistle, timeout, Lorain. You know, the Jay Ferguson rule says that at the beginning of every sports season, teams are given one supply of timeouts for the whole year.
Yeah.
So if you don't use them in game 1, you still got them for game 2. But if you use them all in game 1, 2, and 3, you're done for the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because sometimes
coaches get criticized right now for calling timeout when you're up by, what, 27?
And, you know, all you can do, I'm just kidding with Coach Boyas, I'd say the same thing, but what he's doing is coaching his kids.
Yeah.
This is week 2, for
Yeah.
gosh sake. I mean, you gotta get them playing.
I agree, always. Because I think he has mostly his seconds in there except for Whitaker, but he doesn't have another quarterback.
Right. Well, he's still got the freshman out here, Neal at wide receiver.
Well, he's a freshman, though. It's,
Yep.
Yeah.
Whitaker steps up, fires it over the middle, and he hit the freshman right in the helmet. Okay, that young man didn't get the hands up on time that time.
Yeah.
And Elyria will take over on downs. So, you know, Tom, if this second half was a wrestling match, the riding time is really one-sided. Because they have been inside, other than the penalty that took them back on the holding, they were one play on the negative side of the 50. But with 4:04 to go, Elyria takes over on the 18th. Now let's see who they have in here. Is this still young Master Pride?
I think he is.
Antonio Pride, senior quarterback. He's going to hand it off, and it's going to play meet the defensive line. They had to wait to get it. No, Titans with some of the backups in there. 70, Darrell Smalls, Jr. 52, Ramel Martin. And it looked like it was 27, Malachi Hassan on that play. And that took a long time to develop, loss of about a yard.
They still have some good size in there for backups.
Yep. Run straight ahead.
Well, somebody ran him down.
Took him down from behind. That is your senior quarterback,
that was
Antonio Pride.
That was 86, I think, ran him down.
Wow.
Was it?
I couldn't, I guarantee it wasn't.
It wasn't that? Okay.
We don't have one of them.
I gotcha.
They do have some nice sized kids on the line. I mean, and they're athletic looking size, not.
Yeah. I say Demetrius Hawthorne looks like he's I don't know what grade he's in. 11th.
Well, I was told that this year's 8th grade class, Tom, and they have 35 kids on the roster, that 18 of them have a legitimate chance to be very good high school football players.
Good. I'm glad to hear that,
Yeah.
yes.
Pride runs it out of bounds, but I think he picked up the first down across the 30, 2:21 to go.
Now, are they going to play?
They're going to wind the clock.
Are the ninth graders going to play?
They're going to wind the, okay.
A CCC conference schedule?
Yep.
Ninth grades also? Take a ride to Menor? Yeah.
Menor's got to do the same.
Yeah, I know. I remember we used to go to Euclid. We went to.
We used to go to Findlay.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday night for basketball. There wasn't anything worse than that.
Because it was wintertime and it was snowy roads.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I can remember almost getting hit by a bus on the way home from Marion, or about a bus getting hit by a train. Pride with his best run of the evening down the sidelines and out of bounds inside the 30. I'm looking to see. They've got a sophomore quarterback on the roster in number 9, Wyatt Meldrum, and another senior quarterback in Asa Brown, number 11. I'm just kind of surprised that this is your bell cow.
Yeah.
And you're still, with a minute 40 to go, he's still carrying it around.
See, I thought Elyria was going to do a lot of that with
I did too,
Pride carrying the
especially
ball.
given last week's Titan film, where straight ahead, not much there, short of the 25. That is number 20, Quan Ward. He's a little fella too. He's listed at 5'8", 188. I'll give you $10 an inch for every inch he is under 5'8" if you buy dinner.
Well, this is for Pride. This last minute, hold them out of the end zone.
There's two reasons
trying to
you're
score.
playing this: Pride, and you got to watch the film. Good snap again. That's Ward. He breaks a tackle there, gets inside the 15, going to move the sticks with 51 seconds on the clock.
Clock's moving. Elyria's still in the huddle. Look like they got 2 plays if they want them. Again, they're playing for Pride.
Yep.
That's all it is right now.
Well, they got a handful of pocket full of timeouts if they want to use them. Pride. That's who they're playing for, right? Pride. Now he's running for his life, and he wants to get rid of it. He's going to go out of bounds. That's discretion being the better part of valor. Good job by Malachi Hassan.
Just chased him. Yeah,
just
chased him right
containing
there.
him and chasing him down.
Mm-hmm. And when he stepped out of bounds, he didn't give him that extra little shove for the unsportsmanlike that sometimes happens.
Right. So we've got 20 seconds left. Clock stopped on the out of bounds. It's second and about 13. Snap back. Pride wants to throw it. Wants to get rid of it. Now he really wants to get rid of it. He's being chased by half the Titan JVs, throws it into the corner, had a man, and it bounced
right
off his hands. And he might have let that get to the face mask. And I'm not too sure if Ward or Pride wasn't past the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds left.
So we're coming up to the last play of the game.
Yes, thankfully. This has been a long one. We had 35 points in the first quarter, including a 91-yard touchdown or a kickoff return on the opening kickoff by T.J. Allen. Didn't take much longer on Elyria's second play from scrimmage at the 25-yard line. Pride found a wide open Christian Rogers, and 75 yards later we were tied at 7. Pride into the corner, pulled down and well defensed. Boy, I'll tell you, the defensive backs at, you know, all of them at every level.
Yeah.
And that was Tyler Chapman, 33. And now the fight songs of this, the strains of this fight song, we're going to ring out no matter who won. In fact, that's the Elyria High School marching band.
Sounds like, yep.
But that is both schools.
Both schools got the same.
Song. So then we went 10.5 minutes to go. It was first touchdown pass of the season for David Whitaker, and it was 91 yards to number 4, Jazion Moore. We got a highlight package? Okay, here we go. There's the opening kickoff. Allen takes it at the 9 and sets it down about 91 yards later. And he is untouched, and I still would like to get the number of the truck that hit that Pioneer. There it was. Extra point makes it 7-0. There's the wide open receiver for Elyria, and that was Christian Rogers. And it was just a blitz with nobody behind him. That extra point makes it 7-all. Here's the 91-yarder. It's a bubble screen, and
he just outruns everybody.
Moore gets a block and takes it to the sideline, and that's it. If he's even, he's leaving, and he left. And once again, Jacob Rivera puts it through. Now, we've played all of 4.5 minutes at that point. Elyria comes back. Bubble screen. Tackle broken. Ball on ground. And Titans recover a fumble. I think Martin got it, and then here's the handoff, and Allen goes up the middle for his second touchdown, 18 yards. Then we get back to the start of the game. There's an Elyria score to make it 21-14.
Now he's wide open again right there. Nice catch, though.
Quick pitch and catch. They kick the extra point. And that was the end of the first quarter, finally. We settled down until 1:17 to go in the first half. Well, there was a fumble here on a turnover as Elyria threatened. And then it was Whitaker again, this time from 35 yards to Moore. And there's Zion Moore, and he was in the house again. And it was 28-14. Then 36 seconds left in the half. Well, here's the extra point. This was the backbreaker. This was when it went out of the realm of possibility. You're going to watch on third down and 16, a little pass over the middle, and when all is said and done, J.L. Diaz is going to have himself a pick six. There he goes. And then the last touchdown of the game, once again, T.J. Allen takes it to the corner of the end zone. 41 for the Titans. 14 for, well, you know, Tom, let's talk cliches. You never improve as much as you do between your first and your second game.
And that happened.
Check mark.
And that happened, yes.
Okay. You're never as bad as you are when you look bad, or as good as you are when you look good. And, you know, they were a lot better than they showed last week. Now, it remains to be seen if they're as good as we saw tonight. And you know, and so on and such. But they'll go on the road for the first time next week.
And that will be the tell-all.
Yeah.
Can they continue this trend at Sandusky?
Yeah, we're going to head to Cedar Point land and play the Blue Streaks of Sandusky, Ohio, who've got to be a little bit hurting at 0-2. I want to thank some people. Mr. Trout and Mr. Pisciotti had a lot of help keeping us on the air. Deshaun Gore, Shania Smith, Belle Carr, Leonelis Rosario, Jaslyn Downs, Jordan Finley, and not Shavar.
Shavar was not here. He's fired.
So, for the second week in a row, Shavar has been fired.
Just now.
DeSalvo's the only one that gets fired more often than that. Well, Tom, been a good 2-week start to the season. This is a long one, my friend, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
And this was one of the ones that they were supposed to win, and they did.
Right.
And they did. So now Sandusky is going to be something that they should win, and you'll see what they're going to do.
Yep.
You got to
Sandusky's
get on the
gonna
bus
have
and
some
play.
athletes. Yep. And that's always hard when you're doing it for the first time. So, for Michael Pisciotti and for Terry Trout, for Club TV 20, for my partner Tom Bauer, this is Jay Ferguson reminding you that it is a great time to be a Titan.